Here is Whales Island, Alaska, a place so remote it couldn't be more isolated. Covered in dense primeval forest, surrounded by endless coastline. In 1783, explorer George Vancouver, seeking shelter from harsh weather, accidentally discovered a calm harbor. Thus, the name Shelter Cove was born. Now, over 200 years later, the harbor remains perfectly preserved and is home to nearly 100 people. They survive relying on vast wilderness and ocean. The only connection between Shelter Cove and the outside world is a weekly flight delivering supplies. People use it to receive mail and purchase goods. Everyone living here has nearly brushed against death, because in the face of nature's grandeur, skills sometimes become meaningless. 5. 4-year-old Sam is resourceful. With simple tools, he built his own home. This lifestyle costs little, but requires knowledge and skills to survive. Today, he plans to catch some minks, to make mink oil for his worn leather boots. Without proper maintenance, their waterproofing deteriorates. In such harsh environments, good equipment can mean life or death. Rusty traps won't work, as their smell deters animals. Mink have keen senses. They detect any human scent. First, boil water. Add bark and wax. After hours of heating, the rust disappears completely. Wooden boxes mimicking natural caves. Ensure prey can't bypass traps. When they reach for bait, game over. As Sam finished his boxes, the boiled traps were ready to dry, but thunder rumbled as he prepared to sail. Giant waves signaled an Arctic windstorm. Hunting season ends this month. The urgency made Sam uneasy. Overnight, 96 km/h, Arctic winds struck. With 30-centimeter snowfall, when winds calmed, Sam set sail bravely. Through open waters to another cove. Snow helped track minks. A small hole seemed perfect for his first trap. A classic conibear trap, favorite among fur trappers. It kills swiftly, minimizing suffering. As he set the last trap, he spotted an otter. Though cute, otters are much fiercer. Sam had to give up. Over-harvesting violates a hunter's code. With all traps set, he sailed back to camp. It's the third day now. The Arctic winds still rage. Sam braves the waves to check his traps. Before even landing, he spots a mink swimming in the sea. Had he a rifle, he'd take the prey immediately. Seeing target animals near hunting grounds is a good omen. Maybe his traps already hold catches. For a hunter, mindset matters most. So he always prepares for failure. When going out to trap, even after spotting the mink early today, he accepts it as usual. The first box is empty. A frequent disappointment. He takes in stride. Same for the second trap. That's trapping. Misses outweigh hits. At the last box, he finds the trigger flipped, with half the bait eaten. To a hunter, this feels like defiance. So Sam sharpens 2 sticks, fixing them to trap springs. No mink, however clever, can dismantle this setup. After finishing, he rolls a cigarette to soothe disappointment and fatigue. On the 4th day, Sam returns to his traps and finally gets his reward. 1 mink. When you get what you need, you remove the traps. They don't overhunt here. After checking all traps, he's caught 2. Enough for mink oil. Back at camp, he processes the prey. Skins for oil, carcasses to feed eagles. As part of the food chain, hunters survive, while other animals pay. The jungle's law never changes here. He stretches the mink skins over a wooden rod, scraping off fat, the raw material for oil. After cleaning both hides, he collects the fat, boils it for hours, strains out residue, then leaves it in snow overnight. Next morning, water and oil have separated. He gathers the congealed oil, mixes it with linseed and pine resin oils, reheats the blend, and voila, genuine mink oil. Testing it on his boots. By the shore proves perfect. Waterproof once more. With this oil, his shoes will last much longer. Here is Prince of Whales Island, Alaska, home to dozens of wilderness dwellers, living in isolation at Shelter Cove. Their survival depends entirely on the ocean and forest. Hunter Sam's fridge is nearly empty. As winter wanes, his prey changes. Lately, commercial fishermen have been catching massive halibut everywhere, so he decides to try. Before setting sail, he hooks bait onto his lines, then heads to halibut grounds. Freedom here comes with rules. When to hunt, when to fish, are strictly regulated. Miss the window, and you get nothing. At the fishing spot, he casts buoys, weighted lines with slow hooks. Each set has about 20 hooks, all loaded in a bucket. Anchored weights keep everything in place. On the second day, Sam returns to check his traps, first retrieving the buoy, then slowly reeling in. As tension builds, he knows something's hooked. The struggle below excites him. A halibut surfaces, thrashing violently. Sam nearly loses control. He grabs the gaff, strikes its head to stun it, pulls the 40-pounder aboard, but the line still tugs. A monster lurks below. This one's far heavier. When it surfaces, Sam gasps. A 100-pound giant. He recalls stories. A halibut once broke a man's leg and severed his femoral artery. The man bled out as the fish lay atop him. To avoid danger, Sam secures the beast, with ropes around head and tail. Today's 200-pound haul will feed family and friends for weeks. Returning to Shelter Cove, Sam sails home with his bounty. Here is Prince of Wales Island, Alaska. In the isolated Shelter Cove live dozens of people who survive by relying on forests and the sea. After returning to the harbor, Sam needs to process the halibut quickly. A 50-pound fish is the perfect size, easy to handle without much effort. But that big fish is different. Processing it becomes significantly harder. Halibut, with their delicate flavor and abundant meat, are highly favored by people. A skilled butcher can cut edible fillets, accounting for 70% of the fish's total weight. After finishing the small halibut, it's time to tackle the big one, weighing 180 pounds equivalent to an adult man. So Sam has to process it on the ground. He starts by making a cut down the middle with a knife, then slices along the bones outward. A large piece of meat comes off. The rest is handled the same way. Finally, he ends up with a table full of creamy white fish meat. Sam shares this meat with friends, because when he couldn't find food before, his friends helped him out. As for the head, bones, and guts, he tosses them into the sea for crabs. Places with abundant resources can afford such luxury. The small fish's bones aren't thrown into the sea. Instead, he drags them to a dead tree and nails them in place. There's a large eagle nest nearby. This skeleton is left for them. In such a remote part of Alaska, the most expensive food isn't meat or fish, but fresh produce. Not only is it costly, but also limited and seasonal. The local soil is highly acidic, making many vegetables impossible to grow. But over the past 50 years, Sam has learned how to use nature's resources to create suitable soil. Living in such a place, everyone must be a jack of all trades, or at least master most skills. Spring is planting season. He tests the soil beforehand. The pH measures 5.5, too acidic for his desired crops. So he sets out to gather resources, to enrich the soil into fertile black earth. As a longtime resident of Shelter Cove, he knows where everything is. Now he just needs to collect them. Sam takes his boat to a beach, where fine sand contains trace elements and minerals with excellent consistency. Mixing it with soil greatly improves fertility and aeration. A bucket of sand weighs about 75 pounds, enough for his needs. Next, he searches the sea for another key ingredient. Today, luck is on his side. He quickly finds some kelp. Adding it to the soil helps plants thrive. Kelp is a naturally grown organic food, not only improving soil, but also making a great side dish when marinated. Later, he reaches another beach, where he finds the final ingredient, lime. Passing through dense primeval forest, he arrives beneath white cliffs, exactly what he needed. With all resources gathered, he returns to Shelter Cove, sifts the base soil, sprinkles lime, adds fine sand, and blends in fresh kelp, pureed into juice. Pouring it over the soil, he mixes everything thoroughly. Now, testing the pH again, the water turns red, showing acidity has dropped to around 4.5. Perfect for planting, with seeds sown now. It won't be long before the greenhouse fills with fruits and vegetables. The haven on Prince of Wales Island is home to a community of several dozen wilderness dwellers. To combat fires, they formed a volunteer fire brigade. But gathering everyone for training is often difficult, since people are either hunting or fishing. So, in 1982, they built a fireboat and fire hall. From then on, they've extinguished many major blazes. Currently, Hunter Sam manages the fire brigade's daily operations. As the leader, he maintains all firefighting equipment. Today is routine inspection day. He wants to test the fireboat to see if it functions properly, but after flipping switches several times, the engine won't start. Inspection reveals a dead battery. Fortunately, there's a spare, or they'd be in real trouble during a fire. With the fireboat started, first comes steering tests, then pump checks. Ensuring water discharge is the basic requirement. Next is pressure. Since fires often can't be approached closely, strong water pressure ensures longer reach. In this line of work, emergencies are inevitable, like that midwinter incident. When a trading post caught fire, Sam and his team took half an hour to arrive and extinguish it. Without them, the post would have been reduced to ashes. Tomorrow, 2 new members join. Sam will gather them for a small fire drill. The next morning, he arrives early at base, dons his fire gear, and notifies the team. The drill is about to begin. Theoretically, Sam alone could handle all firefighting tasks, but reality shows he often needs assistance. Now aging, many tasks exceed his capacity, so recruiting fresh blood is absolutely necessary. David, a longtime resident, previously worked in urban firefighting and emergency medical services, now returning to his roots. The other recruit, Stuart, also has urban firefighting experience. With the team assembled, they ignite a controlled fire, then radio guide the fireboat to site. Their prior experience shows actions are swift and professional. Boat positioned, water flowing, valves opened, flames meet water, instantly billowing white smoke. In real fires, safety always comes first, water application second. The fireboat ranks third. Engine RPM must be monitored to prevent pump burnout. For major blazes, fuel supply becomes critical, like that 4-hour inferno, where depleted fuel nearly caused disaster. Post-fire vigilance remains vital, because even a single spark can ignite wood, even when wet. With so many factors, regular training maintains readiness. Soon the controlled fire is out, faster than expected, proving the drill successful. Now Sam feels confident. With all 3 together, they can handle any emergency. Training continues, back on the boat, practicing navigation and pump operation. This way, even if separated, someone can always take charge. Past retirement age, Sam still works frontline, now passing skills to newcomers. So when he steps back, the torch will continue, guarding their haven. In this isolated haven, no one carries a wallet around, because here, cash and high-tech payment methods don't work. Even if thieves and robbers come, they can only leave silently in tears. When they want certain resources, they trade through barter, just like in primitive societies. Sam is a local-born hunter. He has always lived in Alaska, in a jungle community on Prince of Wales Island, with only a few dozen permanent residents, surviving by relying on forests and the ocean. With no roads, only planes and boats can reach here. Today Sam wants to complete a project he's been thinking about for long. Sometimes when hunting far from home, he needs to stay overnight in the wilderness. But the weather here is freezing, leaving him shivering every time. So he wants to build a portable heater. For this purpose, he takes out a damaged boat motor and gives it to his neighbor James. In return, he can search for needed materials. At the junkyard James manages. As the saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Sam returns to his workshop, gathering all necessary tools. As he grows older, the wilderness becomes increasingly challenging. Building a portable heater can greatly improve outdoor comfort, allowing him to stay longer in the wild, which means better chances of putting food on the table. In his youth, Sam was exceptionally fierce at hunting, but over time, he increasingly relies on his intelligence to capture prey more easily. He boards his boat, speeding across the water. Soon arriving at James's junkyard, piles of scrap stand like small mountains, making it hard to find ideal materials. Sam first finds a piece of light angle iron, slightly bent, but he knows how to straighten it. The junkyard's location was originally a trading post in the 1952nd, but burned down in the 1962nd. Then Merchant Jack built a large warehouse there. Unexpectedly, it burned down again years ago. Sam helped fight that fire, but the wooden structure became unusable, even after being saved, so it became a junkyard. After searching, he finally finds a metal water heater, perfect for building a stove. Loading all collected items onto the boat, Sam returns to camp. His beautiful log cabin was built when he was 22, constructed from driftwood and dead trees, fully demonstrating his ingenuity and craftsmanship. Coastal dwellers know maintaining such a seaside camp isn't easy. There always seems to be endless work, but the top priority now is building the stove. First, he cuts the water heater, grinds and reassembles the pieces, then welds them together. After welding, he cuts a square hole at the bottom, creating a door for adding firewood, using the angle iron to ensure a tight fit. On a reserved small hole, he welds an iron pipe and installs a movable steel plate. This controls air intake. The stove's performance depends on it. Finally, welding 4 legs completes the main structure. A hole on top connects to the chimney. At the heating section, he welds a flat surface for cooking and boiling water. Overall, the design isn't complicated, emphasizing portability. With bear hunting season starting soon, he'll take this stove into the wilderness to hunt a black bear and store winter food for his family. Hunter Sam had always wanted to eat smoked bear meat and bear sausage. So when this year's bear hunting season began, he immediately got the tag from Jack and headed into the wilderness. This is the northernmost tip of Prince of Wales Island, an isolated haven where a few dozen permanent residents survive by relying on the forest and sea. Sam finally waited for bear season. These animals are fierce and vicious, yet surveys show they're the island's most popular game, because bears provide abundant meat, and their pelts fetch good money. If people knew about bear paws and gallbladders, they could earn even more. After traveling about 14 to 15 kilometers by boat, he reached a beach. Every autumn, he comes here several times, mainly to hunt deer. As for bear hunting, this is his first attempt. This time he packed light gear. To conserve energy, the stove he made last time proved its compact and lightweight advantages. Instead of a tent, he brought a large waterproof tarp, supported with ropes, then installed metal fittings for the chimney. The small stove saves firewood, without smoke or fire hazards, making cooking and boiling water convenient. A multi-purpose solution. Normally, finding bears takes days, but with this equipment, Sam can live comfortably. Before hunting, he needs to sight his rifle and get some practice, since he doesn't use it often. Even experienced hunters feel nervous hunting bears. Sighting ensures a clean kill, because hunters know how dangerous a wounded bear can be. After sighting, night falls. Time for dinner and sleep. Enjoying solitude. The next day, to catch the sunrise, Sam woke early. At dawn, he began searching the cove. Bears also rise early, mainly to scavenge crabs. From shoreline rocks, Sam's target is clear. A 2-year-old black bear, weighing around 150 pounds. Take only what you need is a survival hunter's creed. After searching most of the beach, he found tracks, clearly from a black bear. The size suggests an ideal target. Dried edges indicate the bear passed through this morning. Following the tracks, his tension spiked entering the forest. This is bear and wolf territory, even armed. A hunter has little advantage in close encounters, so he stays alert, hoping to spot prey from a distance. Soon he noticed bear scat, its volume confirming a large animal. Forest clues led him back to shore. Sam sensed the bear was nearby. In open terrain without cover, he crept forward, hunched, but his instinct proved wrong. No bear on this stretch. Then fortune turned. The black bear was hiding in nearby grass, with wind against him. The bear detected Sam. It was huge, over 250 pounds, far exceeding his target. Through the scope, the head shape revealed a sow. This season they raise cubs. Killing one means killing at least 3. So Sam decided to spare her. His hard-won opportunity vanished, returning empty-handed. Sam felt dejected, but as the saying goes, every cloud has a silver lining. Though bearless, he stumbled upon abundant clams, coated in flour and fried. They make delicious eating. Being in his territory, close to home, makes harvesting convenient. This haul should last quite a while. This is the most remote bay community on Prince of Wales Island, with only one water pipeline in the area that suddenly dried up for unknown reasons. People lost their source of life, not only causing daily inconveniences, but also threatening their survival. Hunter Sam took initiative, determined to solve this mystery. He recruited his friend Stuart. Together they headed to the mountain's freshwater source. To reach faster, they took a shortcut by boat, yet still needed to hike 1.6 kilometers. To arrive at the destination, in the dense primeval forest, where humans rarely venture, thick weeds and saplings covered the path. They had to clear the way with machetes. To make progress, after arduous trekking, they found the pipeline and identified partial issues. During extreme winters, the pipe froze. Internal ice ruptured it, causing severe leaks at multiple locations. But this alone shouldn't completely stop water flow to the community. There must be other reasons. Following the pipe uphill, they reached a man-made dam, discovering only minimal water remained near the filter screen, explaining why nothing reached downstream. If mountain freshwater depleted, it would severely challenge the community's survival. To investigate further, they climbed several hundred meters higher. Along the way, a small beaver dam blocked some water, but couldn't be the main cause, as upstream flow was already weak. Higher up, they finally found the real issue. Beavers had built a massive dam at the very headwaters, blocking nearly all water flow. Sam tested with a stick, finding bottomless depth, proving beavers' reputation as construction fanatics. Though frustrated, the hunters felt relieved. Compared to water exhaustion, this was far better, just requiring dam removal. Demolition would be exhausting, but nothing comes easy in life. After identifying the cause, they returned to the haven, gathered necessary tools, loaded them on the boat, and went back to the water source. First fixing the leaks. Without professional materials, they improvised, cutting rubber gloves as gaskets, securing them with hose clamps, stopping the leaks effectively. All leaks received identical repairs, simple yet effective, taking little time. Next, at the man-made dam, the community's sole water source, they seized the low water period to clear years of accumulated silt, ensuring cleaner drinking water. This grueling task drained Sam's energy, but he managed most. For permanent improvement, they cleaned the entire pipeline. Seeing clean, abundant water flow marked this phase's completion. Now climbing further upstream to remove both beaver dams. As professional hunters, Sam had never seen beavers here before, demonstrating these diligent creatures' remarkable efficiency. Sam loosened the dam with an iron rod, while Stuart shoveled dirt away. Combined age over 100 years made the labor exhausting. Fortunately, full demolition wasn't needed, just creating a major breach. Upstream flow would soon wash away remaining debris. The overgrown dam was their final challenge. Using the same method, creating a water channel. After dismantling the beaver dams, the stream regained its normal flow. Returning to the reservoir, they found satisfactory water depth. Barring unforeseen issues, this should last several years.